Alright, Shalom. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. Honors you both as will be pushing this truth in sincerity. It's gonna be a quick video, man. Alright, talking about how pretty much you're seeing the death of the dollar, man. Alright. You're seeing it to where the Mosai is putting things together that's gonna be the down or the taking down of your precious American dollar, man. Alright. Whether that be in these different countries trading in non-US Treasury bonds or whatever, or certain countries like China cutting their losses and deciding to deal only and exclusively right with other nations and trade. I believe they had a thing not too long ago where they started buying up a lot of gold and so on and so forth and cutting off their so-called losses with America, and that they had a lot of investment within the American government and so on and so forth, and they just cut loss with it because pretty soon what you're gonna see is a a crash of the dollar, man. All right, and this is another example of that. This is another um, step in that direction. All right, and you're gonna see how that how that you know this pretty much is it's a big thing. All right, so this is another nail in the dollar's coffin. It says Russia and India plan to trade in national currency, so they're gonna be trading in rubles, and I couldn't tell you, and I couldn't tell you what currencies out there in India off the top of my head. It says BRIC nations led by Russia are beginning to chip away at the dollar. All right, and that's one of the main reasons why they tried to do that thing to where they reduced the oil right down to basically nothing, man. $50 a barrel or something crazy like that. It says, as we reported earlier this month, Russia and China are now settling oil payments in the yuan. Right, which is what was already happening. It says the move that the Western analysts say is responsible for Russia's overtaking the Saudis as China's leading oil exporters. All right, it says that Iran, all right, not a BRICS member, but considered a key member, of which Iran is going to become even more rudimentary as we get geared towards the so-called World War III. It says as well as a potential member has also sent clear signals that it wants to abandon the dollar. So they've sent very some clear signals out there. All right, it says, and Tehran is now demanding euros for sale of its oil for oil sales, man. And really, man, just to key in on that point I made a little bit earlier on, that's why you're seeing a hell of a lot of uh, um craziness happening out there in the Middle East, and that's why you're seeing a lot of this devaluing of oil prices, man. Okay, that's why you're seeing a lot of that, because but that all goes back onto what the scripture says, in a sense that it says, they shall think them into be good case, because vegetables shall be so good cheap, man. All right. But then again, you got the other side of it, to where you're gonna have food shortages, and you're already seeing certain shops and certain so-called supermarkets out there within the Americas. They're running out of food, man. The shelves is empty and certain groceries that they can't get. Why? Because you're starting to have them food shortages and famines as pursuant to the scriptures. All right, it says, while these developments have so far been centered around oil, Moscow is looking to conduct all trade in national currency. So, exports of whatever goods, oil was predominantly Moscow's, biggest export. All right, and that's why you have, what's known as a currency war, and that, $50 a barrel is, you ain't gonna, that's like half the profit that you could have made off of that, man. All right. But now they're gonna have it to where other exported goods and all of that, and trading and all of that is gonna be happening in them local currencies. It says Moscow and New Delhi are already drawing up plans. Okay, it says India and Russia are developing a roadmap for mutual settlements in national currencies, which could open prospects for both countries, man. All right, so pretty much you get the gist of that, man. All right, and that's another nail in the in the dollar's coffin, man. So with that, I'm gonna say all praises unto Yahweh Hashem Shai, double honors to the apostles of GMS, honors you both as I'll be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.